What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Micheal Keaton being the new DCU Bat. Oh, wait, he's not the new DCU Batman. Guys, fake news, just like I said last night on my Twitter account. Fake news. The problem when people jump on these stories instantly is because most of the time they don't even actually read the story. Like, it makes no sense. Like, literally, the New York Reporter said Micheal Keaton to a question. He didn't say Micheal Keaton is getting 6 to 7 movies like some YouTubers and other people say. It's absolutely ridiculous, guys. And also, we're going to go over Zack Snyder's comments when Zack Snyder said the following: I don't know, but then websites like comicbook.com are reporting stories like Zack Snyder says there is no Justice League 2 when realistic, guys, he said nothing like that. So a quick mention from the sponsors, Relentless, for fake news, and these morons reporting fake news. Guys, I'm not a journalist, so you can call me out for clickbait, but I'm getting you into the article and telling you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So, yo, what is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on, I guess you could say, the DCEU as a whole. So if you are new around it, make sure to subscribe to never miss the videos. At the 100,000 subscriber mark, I will be giving away something that's that cool. And we're like less than 1,000 subscribers away from 100K now, which is cool. So one day we might get there. So check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, and Instagram at Warstu. Right, let's get into this video on where it actually came from. It came from a little website that has no credibility based on this story alone, really. I mean, if you're going to report a headline saying Micheal Keaton is the new DCEU Batman when realistically he's not. Right, let's go over to this website. Micheal Keaton, not Ben Affleck, set to be the main Batman in the franchise. Then if you actually go, like, this is the whole thing, right? This guy is a New York reporter, I believe, right? The whole article is literally from this Keaton line. So he was asked a question and he said, Keaton, no context, no nothing, then the internet erupts. Then every YouTuber under the sun, I mean, if you type Micheal Keaton Batman, you get all these fake news. I mean, without actually doing their due diligence, actually reaching out to the reporter, asking what he meant, no one did any due diligence. That's why I didn't jump on it. Even Grace Randolph's jumping on it. Even, okay, well, let's not give them credit. Okay, Grace, you can have credit. Okay, breaking, Micheal Keaton is the main Batman, not Ben Affleck. No, honey, that is not true. But if we scroll down, you'll see my point of how many convoluted videos. Micheal Keaton news. Okay, not happening, guys. Honey, not happening. Honey, Micheal Keaton replacing have been debunked. He's not replacing anything, guys. Micheal Keaton could be setting up like a Batman Beyond movie potentially, but I've heard some people say Micheal Keaton has got 6 to 7 movies and he's gonna be just like Samuel Jackson. No, he's not. That is not what's going on here. And even if it is, that doesn't mean he's the Batman. I mean, even when we seen him on Crisis in for the Earth crossover, he wasn't really in the Batman suit, was he? No, he was a shell of his former self. So I just find it ridiculous how all these people will like spread this kind of Batfleck's out. How can Batfleck be out when they literally changed the Flash script for him? You know, before he came back, he wanted the Flash script changed, and he got it changed. So they actually changed the script for him. So I know you guys can say I clickbait and I'm fake news, but guys, check what I've been doing recently. I've been on fire with the stories I've been talking about and how real and how realistic they are. There's just a lot of propaganda and a lot of kind of spreading fake news at the moment. I really don't get it. It's a lot with this Zack Snyder stuff. So yeah, Affleck is still the current DCEU Batman. Right, let's go back to the story and let's see. They kind of redacted it, right? But they didn't redact the headline. Okay, it's cool doing. Okay, it's cool like honey doing an update. Barnes has confirmed and clarified. He's referring to the Flash movie. Okay, you update your story, but because you want all these adverts and stuff, you don't update the headline. So this headline, let's refresh the website. The headline was not updated. Okay, I guess you could say it's okay-ish journalist. No, guys, it's not okay journalist. If you're going to update the story, but not update the headline, you should have updated the headline. Micheal Keaton is not set to be the main DCU Batman franchise or whatever, something like that. But he literally, like, changed this here. Being offline, moving apartment, and return to see Micheal Keaton. Yeah, it's craziness. Micheal Keaton's story was trended on Twitter, over 10,000 people. I was referring to the one film that Keaton has been announced as being in, not set of his own Batman films. If I had info on him beyond the Flash, I would have obviously put it in my main article. And then you've got the conspiracy theories, people coming out with the conspiracy theories, going, yeah, Warner Bros paid him to say it. it seems to me that based on the false narrative that head of DC Walter Harmon is taken, DC actually don't really want this Snyder Cut and don't want Ben Affleck and stuff like that. So why would Warner Bros. Pay this this New York reporter to redact a statement? Guys, there is no agenda here other than you guys gatekeeping. Why are you guys gatekeeping? You're gatekeeping away from the Snyder Cut. It's done, it's dusted, it's a one take, and that is it. Yeah, well, it could be, but no, let's go to a comicbook.com article, which it's kind of like ridiculous when you think about like the statement of what they're saying based on the factual news. Now, you read this headline here. Justice League 2, Zack Snyder says he has no plan to continue after the Snyder Cut. But then if you actually, like, realistically read what the article is saying, you'll find out that that's not what Zack Snyder actually says. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, there's some cool guys at comicbook.com, but realistically, he doesn't even say that, right? I'm going to just highlight exactly what he says here for you guys. Let me, like, move this out of the way. But would I like to continue? I have no plan to, but I said... I don't think I'd be here, so who knows? So, a whole article, right, that says Zack Snyder says there's no plans for Justice League 2, when we know there's a plan for Justice League 2. I've literally been told behind the scenes there is plans for the whole trilogy. For Justice League 1, 2, 3, Man of Steel 2, Ben Affleck HBO Max series. So, guys, we know what's going on here, but it seems that comicbook.com doesn't know what's going on. And, you know, in terms of which would get more clicks, obviously... what would get more clicks would be this story, but there is literally nothing in it. He says, I have no plan to, but who knows? I don't know. He literally says, I don't know, and it's just funny how the Twitter sphere. But to be fair to Daniel Rickman, the biggest super scuba. Now, why I think it's important someone like him does this. I mean, although I did talk to him privately and asked him to redact his statement where he basically said that, you know, Ben Affleck's out, he retweeted it. So, yeah, I mean, it would have been better if he actually said something because, like, he never said... all this guy here said is the Hollywood reporter for NYT literally just said, Keaton. No context, no anything. And it's almost like the agenda that people are trying to push that, you know, this initial interview with Walter, who doesn't really seem to know that, but he's head of DC, but he didn't want the Snyder Cut, if you look back. And, you know, and then Ray Fisher comes out and said things like, yeah, I don't want to work on a project if he's involved. So there's definitely clearly some hostility going on behind the scenes. But what is interesting is the initial story where this all came from initially only said the following. It said there is going to be 2 Batmans going forward. No one said Keaton. No one said Affleck. No one says George Clooney. It could literally be any version of Batman. Now, obviously, I don't think it's going to be, you know, George Clooney or Micheal Keaton. It makes no sense. Now, yes, I've been told that you know, Micheal Keaton will be involved in a Batman Beyond movie, but that's just one thing. It's not like him going forward. But there is some forced agendas going around, some politics, some propaganda. Okay, maybe propaganda is a bit too strong, but there is some forced agendas going around here that Micheal Keaton is getting a 6 to 7 picture deal like Samuel Jackson, and he's going to be the Samuel Jackson to the DCEU. Well, I think you're missing the whole point about the whole Flash multiverse and Flashpoint storyline if you think it's going to be centric to Micheal Keaton being, you know, the Oracle, being the father figure to everyone. And it's quite evident that Ben Affleck is coming back, and when he does come back, you guys will have to eat your words. And if I'm wrong, which I'm 99% sure I'm not wrong, then I will redact it somewhere in the video and say, okay, guys, I was told wrong information, but the information I've been told, it's that high up that it literally cannot be wrong. It's just a simple case of AT&T seeing how well the Zack Snyder Justice League movie does before they green light everything. I mean, Wonder Woman 1984 critically did bad. Domestically did bad. I mean, 100 million during a pandemic is I don't know if that's good. We don't know what is good during a pandemic. And half the HBO Max subscribers, 12 million or so, they reckon, watched it in the first 24 hours. And that got greenlit. Wonder Woman 3 got greenlit instantly. And that's because they guaranteed Paddy that she'd get a theatrical release for Wonder Woman 3, and they give her more creativity. Because Warner Bros. Have been sticking in Wonder Woman 2 and Wonder Woman 1, essentially, which is kind of bad that they've been sticking in, because they should just let the directors get on with it. They really should. So it is interesting, guys, how there's been a lot of fake news about Micheal Keaton being the Batman. I mean, yeah, sure, he's going to be a version of Batman, but not the DCEU Batman. I mean, we've not seen him for such a long time. So, guys, if you could, this would be much appreciated. If you could follow me on Twitter at WarstuG, because I speak the truth like here. Zack literally said, I don't know. How stupid must people feel? You know, and I said this last night, fake news. You are fake news. You know, fake news 15 hours ago. Let's read the reports and let's see the humble pie. See if, okay, yeah, these are people actually backing what I say. Okay, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Right, let's turn this capture off now. So, guys, like always, let me know what you think down below. Do you disagree with me? Is Micheal Keaton going to be the future of the DCEU? No, because the reporter that initially reported the story said that he didn't even report that story, which literally makes no sense. It's funny that a website can report something, redact it, but don't change the title. If you're going to redact the whole story, change the title to Ben Affleck is still the DCEU Batman, because that's pretty much what he said. If Micheal Keaton is not going to be taking over the mantle and Batfleck is still around, although there's a conspiracy theory that Batfleck's going to die in this movie, I mean, realistically, I don't know where that conspiracy theory came from. It probably came from the same people that said the Zack Snyder Justice League movie was never going to come. Or it came from, you know, the fairy unicorn people. You know, the people that were really against it, but when they realized, you know, that Zack Snyder videos really perform really well on YouTube, they started to pump out all these videos and, you know, made about 20 videos the first week it was reported. You know, these kind of people know about. Maybe it's from their camp. But keep supporting this channel, guys. Like I say, I tell you what I hear. And you should also support channels and people like, you know, the Cultured Nerd. They've literally been saying this stuff from day one. Matthew from the Light Podcast, he's been saying this stuff, and he was on the train as well, saying I don't think there's any credibility when it comes to journalism in this field, because like it's just like this Spider-Man 3 stuff, in my opinion. You know, this Toby, Andrew, yeah, they're back. Okay, cool. But then you got the people like the super scoopers like RPK supporting the kind of Micheal Keaton is the new DC Batman. I was thinking, hang on a minute, if he was wrong about this, is he wrong about Toby and Andrew? I don't know. But it's interesting. I really would love to get, you know, one of these super scoopers, RPK, or one of these super scoopers on the channel and talk about their logical, talk about how they do things, why they do things, why they don't redact statements, why they put something out there, and if they're wrong, they just don't address it. Would really love. So, guys, if you want me to try and reach out to one of these super scoopers to ask them why they operate, they do it the way they are, and when they're right, they're right, but when they're wrong, they don't redact it, they don't change it. A cheeky retweet doesn't really mean much because not that many people see it compared to an actual post. So, guys, let me know if you would love me to get one of these super fake real scoopers on the channel, then I will. So like always, guys, everything I say in this video is not it's kind of my own opinion, but like literally there is facts in here from the actual person, the reporter, literally saying that he never said that, or else he would have put it into an article. And also Zack Snyder said I don't know to Justice League 2, but he does know, but obviously he's not going to confirm Justice League 2 until Justice League 1 does very well. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe and comment. I will catch you in another video. Make sure to check it out on Twitter, WarstuG, and Instagram at Warstu, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.